Well, I've got my Mega CD set up now, so I figured why not do a video of Road Avenger. Now, I actually chose this game for a reason. I would prefer to be playing Sonic CD, but the battery backup in my Mega CD has died. It probably died a long time ago, and it's not simple to replace it, unfortunately. So at the moment I'm kind of stuck with a system that I can't save to. So Road Avenger is actually an arcade conversion, I think. It's one of those Laserdisc games that came in the wake of Dragon... I can't remember what the game's called. And it is actually really old as well. I think it's from 1985. Alright, so all you have to do once you've put the disc in is just turn on your Mega Drive and it will load up. Yeah, and actually first impressions aren't too bad, because I don't really have much experience with Mega CD FMV games, so I was expecting a tiny little postage stamp window, but it's quite a big chunk of the screen actually. When I was recording this, it was actually accidentally recording my voice as well. I didn't realise my microphone was being picked up, so you might be able to hear some background noise of me telling the game where to go. So here we go. No messing about, straight in. And there are actually only 4 controls. There's left and right, and brake, and turbo. And actually, for me, the most trouble I had was pressing the brake and turbo button, because they're mapped to A and B, and for some reason I was kind of expecting it to say A or B on screen. That just kept putting me off. Oh god. Flipping out, don't make any mistakes. I think your car's carrying explosives or something. It's a bit frustrating that you have to play a huge chunk of the level over again when you make a mistake, but it is something that was actually pretty standard for the time, so I mean, you know, you have to be punished some way.
kept thinking I died when that came up. It put me off a few times. Alright, so we're heading into a built up town here. Oh dear, I didn't brake quick enough. But I've reached the next checkpoint, so that's not so bad. I think you are actually chasing after some people in this. There is a story. It's a bit of a... It doesn't really look like it, but there's a bit of a Mad Max thing going on. Oh god! Oh, you actually see your body go through the window, through the windscreen. Nintendo, this ain't. Let's smash this guy off the pier again. At least the receptionist jumps out the way in time. So I've spliced in some later footage where I did actually get past that bit because I lost all my lives the first time. It's a bit of a sticking point because there, going left, you get a fraction of a millisecond to press it. It's so action-packed though. I actually found myself enjoying this quite a lot, which I didn't expect. I didn't press the turbo quick enough there. Oh bloody hell, what an explosion. I think I took them out with me when... Look at this is crazy. I don't really know what to think about the Mega CD. I remember at the time, it was one of those things that I knew that we couldn't afford one, so I didn't even think twice about actually owning one. And when I looked at the games available for it, I saw things like that Sherlock Holmes game. There was that Night Trap as well that got a lot of press. But it didn't really appeal to me enough. Yeah, I'm starting to think this is pretty good. So it says here, use your car to take out members of the RRR organisation by ramming them from behind, leading them into traps and simply outdriving them. And all the while you'll have to avoid obstacles, oncoming traffic and innocent bystanders. There's quite a lot of story here actually. Oh, there was another sticking point here as well. That's the only two things that I had trouble with. It was pressing A or B when it says turbo or brake, and just sudden moments where you have to press the button a lot quicker than all the other ones. So I was curious to see what the original reviews were like for this game. So I found this website here, defunctgames.com. So it looks like generally they were actually pretty good. Although there's a bad one there by Megaplay. And yeah, you can't really argue against the reviews, because the only problems they have with it is the fact that the entire game is just a movie that you have limited control over. So yeah, that's what they thought of it. I suppose the tech at the time was quite nice for people to see actual movies on a home console.